Angie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, just a second. I'm just gonna make sure I'm in frame here. Make sure you guys are seeing everything. Um, is this the bottom of the book? Yes. Just a second. Okay, we're good. Let me just move this up. Or do I need to move it back so you guys can see everything? All right, very good. Okay, you guys, so I'm doing some reverse collage in this book called Abandoned Places. You guys, this book is fabulous. I also just bought, let me show you. I also just bought Abandoned Wrecks. I'm not going to go through the books. I'll go through this one a little bit to show you what I've already done. I got Abandoned Wrecks. I got all these off of eBay. Abandoned Wrecks, I might have got for like $6. Abandoned Castles, this one I think I spent $10 on. And then this one right here I think I got for like 10. So these books are gorgeous. Okay, there's all these abandoned buildings, and what reverse collage is that, if you haven't seen this video before, it's where you take a beautiful, whether it's a calendar, a magazine, it doesn't matter, and you use the picture that's already there, and then you add collage to that picture. Okay, so on this one, for example, which is what I'm going to work on, this is the original building. Isn't it beautiful, you guys? Oh, I just love this. Obsessed. And it was used as a hospital in Germany. Yeah. And then I added this watch right here, this watch, the face of this watch. This is like some rings that are like all stacked up, which will be turned into a waterfall. This is a sofa that I put down here, which I love. This is a butterfly. This is some type of a bird, which I absolutely love. This is some type of a disc or a piece of jewelry, I can't remember. And then this is a lion's head, which I think was so cool. So I went ahead and you can use a thing called matte medium and matte medium everything down. And what's important after you're done with that is to then matte medium the whole page. So this becomes a paintable surface, because a lot of times there's too much shine on magazine pages. But what I do is I use Elmer's glue and glue everything down, watered down. Then, because matte medium can be expensive, so I found an alternative for matte medium when I can do it. So I glued all these pieces down with watered down Elmer's, and then I took clear acrylic matte spray paint when I'm done, and I spray paint the whole thing, making sure that I don't get the acrylic paint on the top of the acrylic glue on top, because that'll seal it, and I don't want to seal it. I want to make it a paintable surface. So when you spray this on, this clear acrylic matte coating, this one's by Treehouse Studio. I got it at Hobby Lobby for like $3 with a coupon. You can use any clear acrylic matte coating. That's the main thing, is that you need a clear acrylic matte coating. Okay, much cheaper to go this route. Okay, so that's what I did here. So that's how I prepared this page. Let me show you a couple of the other ones I've already done. Like, I just did this one. This is the last one I did. And let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay. Yeah, we need to scoot this over just a little bit. Okay, and let's scoot this out. Okay, so this is the last one I did. I think it came out really pretty. Okay. And I have a video on this. I can't wait to do this. This is so cool. I can't wait to do this one either. So see how cool these pictures are? These abandoned buildings. I mean, look how fabulous. I think it's beautiful when things are the paint's all chipped up and rusted. I think it's gorgeous. Love this. Some people think I'm crazy. They're like, that's not beautiful. But in my opinion, it is. Love this right here. Oh, so beautiful. Love this with this big car. I can't wait to do this one. This is going to be really cool to do. I'll be adding a lot of collage bits right through here around this car, but leaving this in the background, because I love all of the all the houses that look like they're made out of wood. Love it. Okay, love this one too. I've gone through this book before, through the whole thing. If you look at my Let's Mix Media and Craft Together videos, they were live videos. I went through these books. Love this. This is another one that I did. I think that came out really pretty. Let me show you another one. This is another one that I did. which I think came out really cool. I love the zebra. I put the zebra in, I put that bird in, I put that watch face, that watch face. That tree was already here. This castle was already here. I put that watch face in. Then I added all the paint to it. So that's the thing you're doing, is you're adding collage bits and then you're adding acrylic paint. So let's get started on this one. Let me just see if there's one in the back I want to show you it all. Here's another one I did. I think this one turned out pretty cool too. I put this motorcycle in. I put this piece in. I put this watch face, that watch face, that water bucket I put in. This is a piece of cloth I thought looked really cool. I put that in. And then just did a bunch of acrylic paint over it. And this is another one. At first I thought it wasn't one of my favorites, but you know what? I do like this one a lot. I love this old truck. I put that in, all the flowers in. So I put that big old clock right there on the side. So I think that turned out pretty cool. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I did that I haven't shown you. I did that one. Oh, this one. There's another one. I've done more in this book than I thought I did. I love, this is actually one of my favorites in this book. It's this swimming pool that's all been, what is that stuff called? The cool deck was all like cracked and mossed out, and this pool's full of algae, and I just love it. So this is how that one turned out. And that's a big butterfly I put in the corner flying towards everything. That's a watch face. This is some type of, I don't know, silver something. Oh, it was I think a bracelet or something. Another watch face. So, okay, so you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So let's get started. All right. Oh, and the reason the wax paper is in here because it protects the pages, of course, behind, and you can easily start gluing pages together with paint. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Let me make sure I get the wax paper kind of under control here in just a second. There we go. Okay. Let me look at my camera, make sure we are all in focus. And we are. Let's see if you guys are seeing that very top. There we go. All right, we're good. All right, so the first thing I thought I'd start with is what? I'm actually going to paint this black, the center of that watch face. I've already started looking at things and kind of getting an idea of what I wanted to do so I could pull colors. I'm making a video. I don't need to be like making every single decision on the spot because, you know, you guys don't want to sit here and watch me try to make decisions forever. So I try to prepare, pre-plan a little bit. Still be a little spontaneous, but do some pre-planning, you know, because people don't want to watch you searching for what you're going to do or for your products or whatever. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to, yeah, we'll do it like this. Okay. And everything just looks kind of like mundane at first, and then you keep adding layers, and then all of a sudden things start looking really cool. Oh, the other thing was if you use matte medium or you use the acrylic spray, the matte coating spray that I talked about, this is the most important part. If you don't have to worry about committing yourself to anything. You can wipe it off with a baby wipe. Is that so cool? So if you do something and like I didn't like this black that I just did, I could just wipe all of it off with a baby wipe. So I think that also helps you not be afraid because you can't mess up. You can wipe it off. Start again. No major. All right, I'm going to let that dry for just a second, and then we're going to put a second coat on there. Let's dry it. I'm just going to dry it right now. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to finish this whole thing on video, but I'll work for like an hour, hour and a half, and you guys can get the gist of what I'm doing and get some ideas, some inspiration, I hope. And then I can maybe do a second video finishing it up, or not. I'll probably just finish it up off camera. We'll see. But you'll see enough in an hour and a half that you start getting like ideas and inspiration from what I'm doing, I think. And if you want to do some kind of art like this yourself. Okay, so it's nice and black now. Very good. That's what we needed. And let's dry it again. And I'm trying to think, I'm going to put planets in here, but I think I want to put some, I'm trying to think if I want black or white, but I think I want some black misting out around this with the baby wipe. So let me show you that technique. Just using a baby wipe. I'm going to use a little bit of this one. And when you use the baby wipe, it smears the paint. So it can create like mist, it can create fog. It can create, it gives that misty look when you do it because it smears, which is what I want. In fact, I think I want this to be completely black. Yeah, I do. I'm going to have that be completely black on the inside right there. But here, I just want this to be a little bit like a black haze going around. I think. Is that what I want? No, maybe I don't want that. All right, this is a perfect example of being able to just go ahead and wipe it right off. I'll think about what I want around there. Maybe I want a white halo around this, which is what I think I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But we'll let that dry, and we'll start in with this. Okay. That's kind of the beauty of, like I said, you don't have to be so committed. If you don't like it, you can always erase it with a baby wipe. So there was a perfect example. Okay, I'm going to put some planets in here. I love doing planets. I also like doing bubbles. I've been doing a lot of bubbles lately too. Okay, so I'm going to take my finger with this white paint and start creating some planets. Okay. And then I'm going to take several colors like this bronzy color, this color here, this copper, or that's more of a, yeah, copper. And I'm going to take, what I'm doing is I'm taking colors that are in the picture. And I'm going to take some of this tealish color. There we go. And a little bit of this blue. Okay. Maybe. There we go. See if we can get some come out. There we go. That's been in there for a while. I don't use that color very often. But I like it because it's in the blue of the watch and also in this butterfly over here. Okay, so what I like to do is just start dabbing a little bit of color on here like this. And then we're going to mesh everything together to create these planets. Okay. And then we're going to use some of this copper, which I love. Okay. Oops. Okay, and then and I'm going to use some of this gold over here. Oops. Okay. And we'll add that in here. Okay, now very technical. We're gonna mush until we get kind of something kind of cool. And you know what? I am not actually liking this. Well, let's see. Let me just see. Maybe I do. I did something different. I put white down first on this black, which I don't always do. Never mind. I like it. Sometimes you have to give things a second before you just judge and be like, I hate it. Let's add a little more black in here too. No, I'm liking it. Let's just add a little bit more coppery. And you kind of keep playing with color until you like it. I want to add a little more teal here. There we go. So it's kind of a playing thing. You keep playing until you like what you see. There we go. All right, and you keep going till you start seeing what you like. Add a little bit more like that there. Oops. Okay. As you guys can see, sometimes it takes a little time before things start developing that you like or what you want. And I like that. Okay. So, now to make those look more like planets and round it out, I'll show you in a second. I'm going to dry them and then we'll go around them with a white pen. And actually, let's just and you could have based these little planets. You didn't have to use white, which is something I don't normally do on black. I usually I'll use something like this and start the planet out and then add color to it. I just wanted to see what would happen if I did it that way. So then let's just take this little brush here and start kind of outlining the planets. And I like to do it kind of imperfectly, like that. Which means in my opinion, I like to not do like a complete circle around it because it looks more like, I don't know, more natural, in my opinion. But this is, everybody's world's different, so you do exactly what you want. Okay. And I kind of like that not completely encircled. But see what, putting the white around it, it starts making it feel more like planets. Hey, honey.
Hi, sweetie.
Are you leaving?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Love you.
Love you. I got all kinds of stuff in my hand.
Okay, love you.
Love you. Bye.
My husband's going off to work. Okay. So I like that. Yes. Okay, very good. All right. I was getting a little stressed there because I started with that white and I didn't know where I was going. Because like I said, I probably would have, what I normally do is start out with something like this coppery color and lay that down first as my circle and then start adding colors to it, especially on black like that. So anyway, but that's why you can start with white. Because normally I'll start with white, like if I have like a blue sky or a purple sky or a white sky, then and I want to put planets in the sky, then I'll do that and start with white and it works out just perfect. So that's what I suggest more, is starting out with something like this or one of your base colors that you're going to use in it. So, but anyway, it worked out. Okay, now on this same area, we want to put a bunch of stars. So let's do that. Let me grab some white paint, watered down. And you guys talk among yourself. I need to get some fresh water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Just a second. All right, I had to get some more water. Some clear water. Especially since I'm going to work with some white paint here. Okay, and you know what? We can come in. Let me bring this over a little bit. And maybe back. There we go. Make sure you're seeing, and I'm going to come in a little closer with my, because I'm about to do some work that's kind of need to be closer. Let's see. There we go. I think you could see pretty good like that. Let's try to come in a little closer. Go right there. Okay. So what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to take some white paint and wet the white paint, because we're going to flick to make some stars. And where is my spray bottle? All right, well, I don't need my spray bottle. We'll just use paint from this thing here. Get this nice and wet. Okay. And there we go. We can start making some stars. They're really splatters, but I like to call them stars. And we'll throw some of that. We won't throw you up there yet. Okay. Sometimes I get crazy with the splatters, and I'm like, oh, let's do splatters everywhere. But I shouldn't do splatters everywhere until I know if I want them there or not. Okay, and then from there, this is why I wanted to get close, because I'm going to show you guys how I like to make some stars, some shooting stars. So I like to do 3 flick outs. And if you guys have watched this before, you guys are going to notice a lot of the same type of things. Flick out 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And I like to use this brush right here. It's a liner brush. You guys, this brush is awesome. I use this more than I use any brush, probably, when it comes to this kind of work. I probably use this brush the most. You just saw me use it to outline the planets. I'm using it now to make these stars. I love it. And it's just 3 flick outs, and don't try to be perfect about them, because you're making stars. This is nature, so the more imperfect, the better. Or if you want, you can try to make perfect stars. It's your world. Do what you want. Okay, so that's enough of those stars. Now we're going to make some shooting stars. So there's already dots there. You can use a dot that's already there and flick out from there. Cool. And the reason I like to flick out is because it gives you at the end, see how it looks like it's shooting? It just makes it look more natural. You could also use a, let me flick out. Perfect. You could also use a paint pen, but again, you're not going to get, see, you get this thinner tail at the end. And I think that's what makes it look cool. See, you get that thinner tail at the end, and I think you lose that when you use a, I think it makes it look too perfect when you use a paint pen. Again, my opinion. That looks cool. Love it. Okay, and one other thing I want to put in here is I want to put some birds on those planets. I need to get another paper towel. Some little birdies on the planets. They're flying across. Let me find some black paint. What is this right here? Okay, that's dry. So I have this one here with some black paint. Okay, and I'm going to start putting some little birdies that are flying. I think that looks really cool. So it's just little V's. Okay. I think that looks cool. Very good. Okay. Oh, the reason I'm saying is I have a jar for like lighter colors, and then I have a jar with water for dark colors, and I just put a little black in my light color. Anyway, you guys are like, what are you talking about? Yeah, loving that whole thing there. I think I want to go with some white on this outside of here. I think I want it to be kind of like glowing white. So let's first go in with a baby wipe. Let me find some white paint. Here we go. I think there's enough white left here. Let's see if we like this. And if we don't like it, then we don't have to have that. Yeah, I'm liking that. I like that because I like a little bit of glow going or coming around that, around this planet here. Let's smear it out a little bit more so it looks more glowy. There we go. It's just a little glow, white glow going around it. You can kind of actually see through it still too. So, okay. Next. I want to treat this whole thing as basically as a water feature, and it flows off onto this couch. So that's what we'll work on next. And let me make sure I'm in frame because I got really close here, so you may not be able to see. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Right here. Yeah, you can still see me right here. So I'm going to work from here onto this sofa. Okay. So some more white paint. And again, I'm going to use that brush. I told you I love it. I got a good deal on these brushes, these liner brushes. This one I actually spent $3 or $4 with the coupon at Michael's, but I was at Hobby Lobby. They had these for 75% off. It was a good name brand. I bought tons of them. I will never have to buy another liner brush again, probably. Okay, so I'm going to at the top of here, just in a messy way, start outlining some water. And I don't like to be like completely like a straight line because to me that doesn't look like water. Water's never a straight line. And then let's start bringing some water down. Okay. So all you're doing is just making like a little V and then just bringing the water. And then I never have my water, of course, so I never have it like everything lined up. I have it always like that water landed there, that water landed there. This one I'll have just bring it down a little bit like that. And I just think it looks more natural. I mean, even though, you know, this is a total fantasy world. And that's the other thing I like about this type of work. It's just you're creating these fantasy worlds that it's almost like you can never even think of until you start doing work like this. Adding these collage bits, you start seeing all these different things. Like, oh, this whole thing is a stack of diamond rings. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna turn that into a water feature. So when you're doing the work and the collage pieces you choose, you'll start doing different things. You'll start seeing different things. Okay, like right here, underneath here, this looks to me like a little bridge right here. So I'm going to put some people on that bridge right there. So I'll show you that in a second. Okay, again, right here, I want to do more of the water dripping. So we'll bring that in here. And it's not major, it's not like you're going to see like faces and stuff with the people. It's silhouettes. So it's silhouettes of people. Okay, I need to make that a little thicker. There we go. And I like to make, and if you're going to make snow or water, this could be snow or water, but when you're going to do snow, I kind of make my lines a lot thicker. So this can represent water or it can represent snow. And right now I want this to be water. But then someone else could look at your work and go, oh, that's snow. So, you know. It is also whatever somebody, when they look at your work, what they think too. There's no right or wrong answer. So I need this water line to go further down. Sometimes it's hard for me to work in this book while filming because I can't move the book around, which is frustrating. Because usually I'll move the book and turn it whatever way I need to turn it, but I can't when I'm on camera. Okay, I'm just making some of this water a little bit dripping down on this couch. And that's what I mean about fantasy. I mean, I got water dripping onto a couch. What? I think it's cool. I love this couch. Again, let's go ahead and do some more water right here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to keep going. And I want this to hit the couch. Then this one not to hit the couch. About right there. So there's no wrong or right answers to this. You're just creating your own little world. And I think I want to put a puddle of water on this couch. So let me see how that works out. And if I don't like it, I can just, you know, wipe it off. And I'm glad I showed you that, like, right at the beginning of the video of how I wiped that off so that you can see that you don't have to be worried if you mess up or you don't like something. Because I think that's one people's biggest fear. It's like, oh, what if I mess up? And then they don't ever start. So with this, it doesn't matter if you mess up. It never matters if you mess up. It's an opportunity to learn or an opportunity to make something else out of it. So that's how I look at it as. Okay. I mean, I'm not always so like, oh, I messed up, yay. Believe me, I'm not always like that either. Because you're like, ow, I didn't mean for it to turn out like that. But I have to remember, that's an opportunity to make something else or learn and not get crazy. There we go. All right, now I'm going to try, just a second, like right here, this water, I was kind of going crooked. Okay, let's not go crooked with the water. Okay, so then I'm going to take, not this brush, I'm going to take this scruffy brush. This is another brush that I absolutely love, is this scruffy brush. It makes water, it makes clouds, it makes everything. Everything that my liner brush doesn't. And I only have one that's like this. If I ever, I don't know what I'll do if I ever don't have this brush. And it's not even the most expensive brush or the best brush. I don't know. Anyway, I just want to try the little pile of water on this sofa. Oh yeah, I like this. And this brush always makes great little piles of water. It makes great clouds. It just always is great. Love it. Perfect. And I want a little bit of water spillage onto the ground. So that looks good. Again, I went a little crooked with my water right here. Let me get rid of that. With my drip right there. Oh, darn it. Then I just erased the other thing. All right. Just a minute, people. Like right here. I don't like the way the water was going. Like right here. It needs to like... more. There we go. Oh, that's still good. Okay. Oh, this is right where I wanted some more. Just a second. I got to correct my little puddle now. There we go. This brush is just scruffy enough that it just makes great puddles, great clouds. I love it. Okay, I'm loving all of that. Again, I'm not loving this water. I feel like it's going in too much. All right, let me kind of... Like I said, what happens is I'm not at the best angle because I'm trying, I'm trying to stay in frame. So I feel like I went crooked with that water. There we go. This is better. I feel like I started going like this with the water in some places, so. Okay. I got so much going on, somebody would be like, what are you even talking about? Right here, I think I want to put some more water right into here. Just add it in right there. See how intuitive this is? It's pretty cool. I mean, even though I had a loose plan, but it changes as you see things as you're doing it. Like, oh, that'll look cool. Oh, I should do that there. And when you see it, go for it. Getting my hand in some wet paint over there. I think everything's okay though. Very cool. All right, remember I was talking about those silhouettes of people? I'm going to do some right now. Okay. Let me look at my camera and see where we're at. All right, let me try to come in because these people are really... Okay. Where are we at? I mean, trying to move my book over. Yeah, perfect. And right there's where we're going to put these people. Let me bring this down. There we go. Make sure you can see me put these people in. Okay. So I see like a little bridge, like underneath here and also right here. So I'm going to put some little silhouettes of people. With this black paint. And I need to get a little water in it because it started thickening up on you, on me. All right, so here we go. So we're going to put some people in. And you're going to start seeing like this little bridge. Okay. There's the head, there's the body, and there's the legs. You can make a little bit more rounded head and a little more rounded body, and then some legs. There we go. You can make ones that are a little bit smaller, a little shorter, like I'll make a little shorter one here. Okay. Make one with a more pointed nose, longer body, and some legs. So it's just little silhouettes of people, like you're seeing like people hiking underneath this waterfall from very far away. These people just like kind of like live in your rush. So there we go. That's it. And I'm trying to think if I would put more people like right here, but I think I don't. Yeah, I like it like that. I think we're good. Yeah, so I'm liking this whole little scene over here. I think it's looking cool. And you know what I think I want to do? I think I want to throw some snow, or yeah, like little snow on there. So sometimes my splatters are snow, and sometimes my splatters are um, stars. Depends on what you want them to be. But I want to have like snow. It's snowing, it's raining. These people got all kind of issues. Just kidding. You're like, girl, you're crazy. All right. And I'm going to do it over this couch too. I think adding snow or water or planets just makes everything look more magical. In my opinion. Just a second, I'm getting some more paint on my brush for splattering. Okay. Get some splatters down here on this couch and in my world a little bit more. And I'm putting a little bit of splatters over here. Okay. I could go crazy with those splatters, so I need to chill out on those splatters. Okay, so let me go ahead and come out so you guys can see. Come back out. Let me see how we are. Come out a little bit more. All right. Make sure the whole book is in frame. Try to. Excuse me, guys, for a second. All right, let me bring the book back a little bit so you guys make sure you guys are seeing everything. Okay, we're back in frame again for the whole book. Okay, so you can see this whole side. I've worked that whole side. I think that looks so cool. Okay, so next, what do I want to work on? I want there to be a lot of, I want to put some water down into here. I want to put some water here. I want to put some snow and stuff here. Snow or water. Snow and water to me are one and the same, you guys, so sorry if I interchange the word snow or water, just know what I mean. So I'm going to take that scruffy brush again and layer in some water right into here. Oops, I don't like that. All right. I like that water there, but I don't like, do I not like that? No, I do like that. Never mind. And then let's layer some water into here. Okay. Love that. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and take my little brush, this one, and on these steps, let me see how this will work. On these steps, let's, just a second, I'm trying to work out what I want to do on these steps. Just experimenting with these steps here, how I want to do this. Creating on the fly. Like I said, you have a loose idea of what you want to do. but then you start creating things as you go along, as you see them. So I'm going to have some drips hanging like this and here and there. Okay. Okay. So I'm just kind of like bringing some of this water like down the steps like this. Cool. Cool. That's what I wanted on those steps. Awesome. All right, let me look and see what you guys are seeing. Make sure you guys saw me do all that. I'm still kind of far away though. Let me see if I can come in a little closer. Hopefully you guys saw me do all that. See if I need to come out. Nope, let's bring the book up. There we go. Now you guys really see the steps. All right, so let me just kind of show you again in case I was too far away, because I can still create some more. So how I did this is I've just been looking at the steps and just bringing it down, bringing it down, and bringing it down like that. Same thing over here, bringing it down like that. So just kind of like keep going and keep going till the water just starts reaching down like that. And that's what I did just to create the puddles. Here, if you didn't see what I did there, if I wasn't in frame, I was in frame, I just wasn't very close up on what I was doing. I wanted to be closer. I took the white paint with this brush. It's kind of a scruffy type of brush. And I just went like this. And then I went like that, like that, like that, like this, and like that, and like that. And I got the water, like little puddles of water. So I'm loving that. And I'm looking and seeing what else I want to do. I think this right here, I kind of love that though. I'm not going to mess with that. I was going to maybe turn this, like paint this all black and just put a lot of stars and stuff in there. But I love the way that looks, this whole scene right there with the water and this here. So I'm not going to touch that. That's the thing with these books. Some things just are so beautiful, like you just don't want to mess with them. You're like, you know what? Let me not mess with that. Let me just leave the beauty of that picture alone. Okay, so what I'll try to do is instead of moving my, let's see if you can see this. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm going to have to. I was going to say, try to move my book around instead of moving my thing in and out of focus, but that's not going to work. Okay, I'm just looking at seeing what I want to add next. I just want to do water off of all this over here, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it back. Bring it back in a little bit. Oh, bring you back down a little bit more. Okay. Bring the book down so you can see it. Okay, I think that'll be good. Okay. Good, I can bring it like that because I'm going to work right. I'm going to work right here and right up and through there. Okay. Some people it drives them crazy for me to do that, but you know what? I'd rather get myself angled right so that you can see what's going on. So I want to throw some water or snow in through here. Okay. And be really loose. I like to be really loose with the line I put here. So it's really not a line. It's just the beginning of the drifts of water. Okay. Cool. This looks so cool, I think. I'm going to have this one go all the way down. Right over the door. Right down to this pile of water down here on these steps. And I've heard some people, they wanted to start doing this reverse collage. I learned this from Dee Dee Willingham about, God, it's been like 3 years, about 3 years ago, and I loved it. I love collage. That is my favorite thing to do in the world, is collage. So then this thing of mixing paint and collage, I thought, this is awesome. So when I started watching her and I learned this, I was like, I am so in. So I've been doing this for like probably almost 3 years now. I do the same technique also. It's not reverse collage because I start with a white piece of cardstock, or like a 11 by 14 piece of cardstock, and I add all the collage bits on, and then I do the paint technique, these paint techniques, and then I add on my own girls. And right now I'm doing the Disney princesses, so that will be happening here soon. And I also want to start working in the abandoned castles and the abandoned wrecks. So the next one, I'll choose another book. I'll choose the abandoned wrecks or the abandoned castles, and do one out of there, and kind of work in all of them. So when you're working in these books, it's like you have these art journals with the most different art journals ever. I love it. Cool. I'm just looking and seeing what else I want to do. Okay, right over here. See, a lot of times right here, I would add a, right here, I'd paint this all black and add like a little cave right here. But I'm loving the way that looks. Like I love the beautiful turquoisey fencing and all that, and the stairs. So I'm gonna leave it. The thing with this page is there's so much of it that I love that I can't touch. Okay. Oops, I got too much paint on my brush. Okay. And then here we go. Let me just I gotta turn my book a little bit. There we go. And a little bit one right here. Sorry if I get quiet for a second. I'm focusing. Okay. So that looks good. And then we're going to do some water off of the stairs too, or snow. Let me see if, make sure you guys are seeing that right there. Yeah, that's where I want to go next. And can you see this up here? Yeah. Okay. I love the look of like water or snow off of everything. I think it looks so magical, so cool. So we'll do a little bit of this on top of this stairs right here. And over here. Okay. Just a second, I got a little bit too much paint on my brush. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop painting snow and water because you guys are probably tired of me doing it. Let me just finish this up here. You're like, okay, we're tired of the snow and the water. I could paint snow and water forever. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think that looks fabulous. I want to try something. I want to do, let me make sure I'm in frame. I want to do some, what do you call it? Moss at the top of, like there's just moss hanging at the top of here. And I don't know if I want to do the moss in black or white, but I'm thinking black. Anyway, let's check it out. Oops, that's a white paint pen. I'm just going to try a little bit right. Ooh, I just smeared that. Oops. All right, let me dry all the snow or water. Okay. You know what's sitting there drying stuff? Well, for one, it dries, you know, it dries what you need to be dried so you don't smear it. But also, it gives you time to think. So believe me, I was doing a lot of thinking while I was drying. All right, so I'm going to start drawing. I'm using this black pen to start doing some moss. And I don't even think you guys are going to be able to see this moss. Okay, let me see if you guys can even see this moss. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm going to have to come in a lot closer for you guys to see this. Okay, so let me try coming in closer. All right, let me try moving my book. Yeah, perfect. I think. No, down. There we go. I can move my book down for you to see it. Nope. I'm trying for you guys to see at the very top, but really close up. Okay, can you guys see that right there? Barely. Okay, I think you can see that. Okay, I'm going to try it from here and see if you guys are seeing this. All right, so let me draw some moss over this because it's on white. There we go. So it's just doing some little moss with this black pen, which I think looks so cool. And like I said, you're not seeing it maybe as well as, because it's just really thin with this pen. Because moss is just mossy. It's thin little scoundrels. Yeah, I don't think, well, let me do it on the, again, let me do it on this pole here so you can see it, because this pole's white. Cool. If you were, if you could get closer up on it, I'm sure you could see this moss that I'm doing, but it's going to be hard. But you saw examples of it on this pole. So it's just a matter of just drawing little squiggly lines and making moss. All right, I'll kind of get off of this moss because you're not able to see it that well. I don't want to be doing things that you guys aren't seeing. But it looks really, really cool. Hopefully you guys can see that, how that turned out over there. And how it turned out on these poles, the white poles. Okay. So it's just a little bit of moss. If it was lighter, you would have seen it better, like I said, but I think it turned out cool. Okay, another thing I want to do that I'm seeing is right here. So making sure with my finger you guys can see it. This, like right here, I think I'm going to turn black right here, and so we can put some just stars and maybe lightning and stuff in there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. The lightning and the moss kind of turned out the same. You're just using really a lot thinner, like pin like this, and lightning. Well, you'll use white, and it's a little bit thicker. So I'll stop talking and I'll just do it. A lot of times things like this, you can see it better than you can talk about it. And then this will probably be the last thing that I work on this. And then I'll come back and finish up this side where the butterfly is at and all of this and the lion's head. I'll come back on another video. And if you like what I'm doing, like you like some of the ideas, some of the techniques, get a pencil and paper out and write them down. And that way, when you go to do something like this, you can say, hey, I want to create snow. I want to create planets. I want to create water. I want to create lightning. I want to create stars. And you can add these different elements to your reverse collage. The main thing is don't be intimidated. This is not rocket science. Just start and have fun. So I'm creating like this little world inside of this frame. Okay? looks cool. I'm going to leave this clear at the top and clear there. So it just looks like this little world just appeared, like the Twilight Zone. All right, let me dry it. Okay, we're going to throw some stars in here, and we're also going to throw in some lightning. All in right in here. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough white right there. Okay, so let's throw in some stars. Oh, I wanted to throw some more snow and stuff into this whole thing right here. To all this at the top too. I told you guys I go crazy with the snow or the but right now this is snow. In this part. Over here, it's stars. Right here, it's stars. Right here, it's snow. You're like, girl, you're crazy. A little bit. Okay, so look how cool that looks right there. Doesn't that look cool? It looks like its own little Twilight Zone. So I'm going to throw some stars in there. Just a little bit bigger stars. I got too much paint on my brush. And also let me make sure I'm in frame so you guys are seeing. I'm pretty sure you are. Yep, you are. So again, this is the 3 flick outs. Just to put these bigger stars in here. Get some paint off my brush because I was just getting too much. Okay. And I'm going to throw in a couple of shooting stars. There we go. And let's do another shooting star here. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. All right. So if you don't like something, just remove it. Let's do another shooting star this way. There we go. There we go. I love that shooting star because they went right under, like it looks like it's coming right underneath that that snow. Okay, so now get some of this off of here. There we go. I want to do some lightning. So let me get my brush prepared and decide where I want the lightning coming from. Let's have the lightning coming from like this right here, right into this. Okay. There we go. Just a second, guys, I'm loading up my brush and getting it kind of right. Okay, and then here's some other lightning. We're going to go out like this. Cool. And let's have some lightning crack off over here. Right off into this. Right off into the butterfly over here. And let's see if we need a little bit more lightning cracking off over here. Yes, we did. Cool. So, let me see how that looks in the camera. See all the cool lightning everywhere? I think that looks awesome. So you got like stars, you have a little bit bigger stars, you have, what do you call it? Shooting stars, and then you have the lightning. I think that looks really, really cool. All right, let me see if I'm going to add anything else before I let you guys go. I want to try putting a star right there, I think. This one kind of star. Let me see if I want to use my... Oh my god, I'm not going to use this brush. Amazing. I'm going to use this Jane Davenport, I think. It's a Jane Davenport paint pen. I absolutely love it. And let me see how this will work. I like that. I think I do. Yeah, I do like that. In fact, what I'd like to do, hopefully you guys are seeing that. Oh god, you guys just didn't see that. Okay. See that star right there? Let me show you how I created it. Sorry, I was off. This is why I check. Okay, so what I did is I made a circle in there in the middle, like that. I took a line and I went straight out. I took another line, I went straight down, and then I just flicked these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I made that star. Okay? This is why I periodically check to make sure, because at any minute with doing work like this, you'll be out of frame. So let's put some more stars there, like smaller stars. Okay, I got this the way I want it. Up here at the top. Let's just go all the way across here because I know I'm going to want stars over here too. Okay, well, I got my brush loaded up. Okay. So I love that star that's right there in the middle. So let's create a couple more smaller stars. Well, I already put some smaller stars by putting the splatters. Let's create a couple of other ones here. So it's just 3 flick outs, sometimes 4. Usually 3 though. Put a little dot down and then just flick out 3 times. Star's a little big, but it's okay. And we're going to put a couple over here. I got to get some paint off my brush. Shooting star. There we go. Let's do that shooting star again. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the way that shooting star went. So we will just do another one. All right, just a second. Let me get a different angle on this and start it over here. There we go. There we go. I like that one. Let's do another shooting star over here. And I'm at a weird angle, so hopefully it works out. Yep, perfect. Sometimes the weird angle makes your shooting star work out even better. It looks more natural. Sometimes. Sorry if that was getting in your face, you guys, that mirror. I try to keep it face down. Cool. That looks really cool. So I've turned this into a whole little space little thing right there, which I think it looks gorgeous right above the this railing. Yeah, I think that looks really pretty. I'm gonna do the same thing right here because it kind of looks similar. So I'm gonna put the smaller I already have the small stars, the splatters. So I'm gonna put the 3 flicks, those stars like that, here and there. Okay, and then let's do some shooting stars. Cool. And let's see if I see the other one. Oh, I just messed up my shooting star right there. There we go. Cool. Kind of need this one to be a little thinner. There we go. That looks cool. All right, so let me come out and let me show you where we're at so far and then how much more I have left to go on this. But I think it's turning out really, really cool. So let me bring my book up and I will bring us back out so we can kind of get an overall look at everything. Let me bring everything down. There we go. Let's see if I need to bring the book back or forward. Right there. And look and see. So there we go. So I think this looks gorgeous. Let me see how much time I've already spent on here. Okay, hour and 23 minutes. Okay. I love it. We did planets over here. So you guys saw me how I got these planets going, the stars, the shooting stars, these little people. This whole little water treatment, which was made from stacked up diamond rings. This was originally a clock face. This was just a sofa that I wanted to add in here and have the water dripping onto the sofa, and I put little puddles. I put puddles here. These stairs, I put puddles there, and then water dripping all the way down the stairs. I have water or snow dripping off this building and off of the rail, which is I love this rail. It's just gorgeous. It's all out of teal. Here and here, I've made it almost into like little space, like little worlds in themselves. This was like a cracked ceiling. I put some moss there, which you can't really see, and you probably can't see it on camera. Anyway, but I put some shooting stars and all that, and I love this big star that I put at the top of there. And then here was a little window, but we went ahead and just put some black paint here and created its own little world right in through here, which I think looks really cool. So the next thing that I need to tackle is this side over here. So I haven't worked on this butterfly, which I'm going to. I may put a bunch of planets on this butterfly. I've done that before and I love that. So I may put a bunch of planets on this butterfly. Then we have this beautiful bird down here. And then I have something to do. I need to, we'll paint on this lion's head. And then this disc here. So I'm excited. So we still have that to do. So when I come back and finish this up, we'll work on this over here. But this, I think, has turned out really, really cool. So I think that's it for today. I hope I've given you some inspiration, some ideas. If you want to do this type of reverse collage, you guys just do it. It's not, I've heard a lot of people say that they're intimidated. It's not intimidating at all. As you guys see me, you're like, okay, that's just using a little bit of paint. a little bit of acrylic paint here and there, a couple little techniques. Yeah, it's not that big deal, but it turns out so cool and it's so fun. You can do this in an Abandoned Places book. You get these books, they're called Abandoned Places. Let me show you. You get them, I get mine on eBay, and it's Abandoned Places by, and then that's the name right there. Make sure you guys are seeing that. Abandoned Places by, can you guys see that? Yeah, right there. And I shouldn't turn it this way because I'm going to actually reverse my video. So there we go. That's why you guys are going to need to see it. And there's the author right there. Carone Connolly. Abandoned Places. You can get Abandoned Places, you can get Abandoned Wrecks, and you get Abandoned Castles. It's all by that same person. Oh, the Abandoned Wrecks is by Chris McNabb, so that's not the same. But there's Abandoned Places, Abandoned Wrecks, and then Abandoned Castles. And Abandoned Castles is by the same guy. And they're all right around $10, between $7 and $10. So really reasonable price on eBay. You don't have to get these kind of books. You guys can do it. You can do it in a magazine. You can do it. You can do this on a calendar page. You can do this in a book. If you find a really cool picture in another book, like this type of book, but you have a book at your house that you love. So it's whatever you want to do. But as far as choosing your book or your calendar or your magazine, and I guess that's it. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave them below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!